Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to talk about 15 things that I did not buy, and that these are things that I kind of talked myself out of buying. I watched a similar video over on Shelbizlee's channel. I think that's how you say her name. But she does these videos and I really enjoy watching them, and all summer long I've been keeping track of some things that I wanted to buy but I did not. So let's get started. The first one was takeout. So many times we were out and about and we really wanted takeout, but I did not. I had food in the house, so we just ate the food we had, and I tried to pack food for when we were out and were able to eat it. So that is the first one. The second one was plants. I have a lot of plants now, but I wanted more. For inside, there was a few really just gorgeous plants that I really wanted when I was walking around Walmart, and I told myself, no, I will wait, and I was then given a whole bunch of plants for free from family members and from a lady at church. Then also plants outside. I did buy some, but there was so many more that I wanted to buy, but I just said for right now, what I have is enough, so I did not buy any excess plants that I didn't need. Number 3, new clothes. I was going to buy some new summer clothes for myself, but I did not. I figured I would just make do with what I had because I knew I had to buy Isabel new clothes because she's growing, and she had grown out of pretty much all of her clothes for the summer that she had previously. So I already had to spend money on her and did not buy anything for my own self. And I just, as you saw in my free haul, I was given a ton of summer clothes already and pretty dresses. And then I also was surprised I lost weight and I was able to fit in some other clothes that I already had as well. So I did not buy any new clothes. Number 4 is a water hose. I really wanted a water hose to to water my garden, and because it was getting really hard having to fill up all my jugs and bottles of water and then carry them all the way to the garden and then do the same, go back and forth, which was fine, but it was getting a little bit hard to do. I had to do it quite a few times just in order to get everything watered. But then my mom came along and she has borrowed me hers because she didn't need hers, and she took one that my sister had actually broken, and then my mom fixed it temporarily, and it's good enough for her little garden. Mine is a bit bigger than she has at her house, so we kind of switched them all around, and I ended up not having to buy a new one. Number 5 is a new phone. This phone that I am recording this video on is a very, very old phone, old used phone, and my nicer old phone had broken, and like it just stopped working one day. It went blank and refused to turn back on again. So I was given this even older iPhone to use, but I wanted a newer phone that could do more things, but I said no, and I'm still using this one because it does still work, and I was able to save a few $100s by not buying one, and eventually I will get a newer one, just not yet. A new computer. I also really want a new computer, but I'm going to wait on that until I have a little bit more money saved up. and I know exactly what kind of computer I want and need, and maybe find a refurbished one. But I'm still just using the same computer. It still works, and so I'm just using what I have. Number 7, there was a few new toys that Isabel had wanted, and they were really cute. And maybe even, possibly, I even wanted them too. Of course, they were Barbie toys, and some outside toys I saw, and I kind of wanted them too. But again, we were just made do with what we had, and what we had was enough. So I said no to more toys. Number 8, but Isabel really wanted this new game called Skippo. It's a card game, but it is $15. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's basically $15 for cards. I said no, so I made my own version out of 3 decks of cards that we already had, and we've been using that, and it cost us nothing. So yes, and there was also another game called Mexican Dominoes. We really love that game. My mom has the game, and I was going to buy it, but we play it every time we see my mom anyways, so I just didn't buy it, and I play it when I go there, because that also is a $25 game or more, so I just did not buy it. Number 9, new shoes. I really don't have any newer shoes, but I am still just making do with what I had. Also, I really wanted a nice pair of sandals, because I don't actually have any. I have all these old flip-flops, but it's okay. I just went with what I had, and I'm not buying anything new, and what I had was enough. So our summers are so short that I really don't need a ton of sandals. Number 10, I really wanted to get a new bike, but I was given a new bike by my sister-in-law, and it works, but it wasn't the style that I wanted. I wanted one of those old-fashioned I don't know how to explain them, but I really wanted a different bike, but I just waited. I'm not going to buy one until this one either breaks or something like that, but I just did not buy it. I already had one given to me, so I'm just going to use that one. And to go back to the new shoes, I actually forgot. I had these new old boots that the soles were completely ruined, and I brought them in and I got them fixed. They cost me $25 to get them fixed, but they were $80 boots brand new when I had originally bought them, and they were the most comfiest boots ever. And now that it's pretty much fall, this is the time I normally wear them. So instead of going out and buying a new pair of $80 boots, I got them repaired, and they are like brand new again. So I'm very happy with that. Number 11, roller skates. For some reason, I really wanted roller skates. Not roller blades, roller skates. The ones with the 2 wheels in the front, 2 wheels in the back. I had a pair when I was younger, and I just really love roller skates, and I thought it would be something fun to do. But they are a bit expensive, unless I can find them for really cheap used, which I haven't, so I just didn't buy them. And we went bike riding a lot and did a lot of walking this summer. So that was another thing that I just am going without. Number 12, as I mentioned in a previous video, my coffee maker has broken. It just, all of a sudden, I used it and it worked, and then that same time it was sitting, I left the room, I came back, and the power was completely off, and I don't know what happened. I tried all of the troubleshooting things, nothing worked, so I'm just using it as is. I'm just boiling the water and pouring in myself, and instead of letting it percolate through itself, I'm just using the carafe and then the top part to pour the water in myself. So I was going to go buy a secondhand one, but then I would have to throw this one in the garbage, which I really don't want to do, so I'm just using it as it is, and I saved myself a few dollars there. Number 13, more food. This is a big one. When I go shopping, sometimes I see things on sale that it's a very huge temptation for me to buy, even though we have enough food at home, or I already have enough in the cart. And even just looking at the sales flyers, the advertisements, when I see something really, really cheap on price, I don't really have a whole lot of space to store things right now. I only have a tiny freezer at the moment. So I can't overbuy and let it go bad, which is really hard for me to do. But I did not buy barely any food this summer. The one grocery haul that I did was pretty much all the groceries I bought this summer. And then I've had my garden and lots of food given to me by my mom from her garden. So we've been doing pretty well for food, and nothing's gone to waste this way. Number 14 is a barbecue. I love barbecued food. I don't know what it is, but when you barbecue something, it just tastes better, or so it seems to me. And I don't have a barbecue anymore. I was looking online to find a used one or one on sale. Now that it's colder, it's September, and I was looking all through August. I couldn't find anything that was cheap, so I just didn't buy one, and I've gone without. My mom said that she had bought herself another one because one of hers broke, but she has another one that was given to her, and she said if she ever gets that one fixed, she'll give me her new tiny one. So maybe I will get one day given to me, but for right now I just can't afford to buy a new one, and it's already fall and getting cold, so I'm just going to go without. And the very last thing that is on my list today is a dog. When Cleo passed away just over 2 months ago now, I was absolutely devastated, and this past few weeks I've really, really missed having a dog around. So I was looking at dogs, and I found this one that just seemed like a dream come true. It was Dachshund. I've always wanted one. He was already older and house trained and great with people. So I had talked to the lady, but he was $400, which wasn't a huge deal. I do have that in savings, but really, at this time, I don't think I'm ready for a dog, even though I was this close to going and picking him up, but I didn't. So that is the last thing on my list. I've decided to go be dogless and petless for right now, and just get some things that I need to get done around home. And I'm not saying I'm never going to get a pet again, just not right now. So that was my list of 15 things that I did not buy, and I had to wait and talk myself out of buying them. Hope you enjoyed it. What are some things that you have seen, or maybe something's broken that you just did not replace? Tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear what you talked yourself out of buying. So until the next video, thank you so much for joining me. I love you, and have a frugabulous day, everyone. Bye. Mwah.